And good afternoon. The weather arriving just about on time as we planned. We will look at this, and it's still lying out to our west and making its way into the Lauderdale County area. We do have areas that are getting poured on right now. As we look at Winston County, and we'll talk about this, observe they've had some 60-mile-an-hour gusts with this, which is northwest of Meridian, north of Philadelphia. In our area, as it starts to move through the Philadelphia area, in this day have had some radar observed 60-mile-an-hour gusts. There's a little bit of a difference between actually observed and a radar indicated. So that's what we're looking at. Now let's go to radar and pull this up where everybody can take a look-see of what we've got happening this afternoon with weather as we pull up Meridian Honda radar. And here we go. If you're watching from the east side of the county, anywhere here from Columbus, Knoxville, which is also under a thunderstorm, Kemper, Lauderdale, Clark still not under one. But as we go just to the west there, the northern portion of Jasper County under a severe thunderstorm warning. Newton County is, and also Philadelphia and Winston counties as we look at this and get in a little bit closer view of what's going on this afternoon with the weather. Now, have we had tougher storms? We absolutely had. This is bringing a lot of rain with this. It's been pouring heavy, the northern portion, especially up in this area here, the Louisville area, back in Kosciuszko, it's come across. As you can see, the rain intensity a little bit heavier there, starting there at the Neshoba County line as it moves through Philadelphia, and still heavy reaching this point up here in Louisville. Now, this is still holding together here, and they went ahead and again, we're far out from getting rain in the Meridian area. It's going to be a little while before it reaches here. We're a good 45 minutes to an hour before it reaches the Meridian area. But back to our west, they're getting this. Let's turn on locations and get a closer look at where we are with what's got rain at this point, where the lines are. As we'll see here, Pearl River Resort getting flooded. As we look north here, we'll see that out at Arlington in Neshoba County, coming up on the park right here at Burnside Park. Now, it hasn't made it to the hospital in Philadelphia, but except light rain. South of there, it's a little bit heavier rain. As we look here at Louisville, we have rain already making it into Lake Teocata, there at Walmart. All of this out of here where J&S is, and Noxapater starting to get rain now, and a fast approaching Winston Academy, and also where the jail is there. As we go south and we follow this, as radar quickly updates, we've got rain over downtown Philadelphia now, making its way toward Tucker through that area. Burnside Park, pouring rain all the way out to Pearl River. The Neshoba County Fairgrounds are getting wet, and we've got it moving up right there, as we mentioned, on Tucker. Now, if you're traveling 15 out of Union, Mississippi, between there and Philadelphia, it's going to be rough. There's a lot of rain in between here, and we pick this up here at Neshoba Baptist. And as you go along and you reach Linwood Baptist Church, those areas there, that stretch there on 15 is pouring rain. Now, all roads leading into Union, Mississippi, 492, look at that. That's heavy as it gets. Light showers now at Decatur. Now, we've got pretty much some pouring rain there in Conehatta, all around that area there at the post office, and which leads you back straight into Union there. You need to be careful if you're going to be traveling anywhere there on 489 this afternoon. It's heavy there. Northern 15 making it into Union, heavy rain. The rain hasn't quite made it to Turkey Creek yet, out to the park, but it's fast approaching there. Eastern side, still no heavy rain there. Now, we have seen this break up a little bit as we've been following this from our west here. It was extremely heavy in this area here. As it comes across, it's getting a little bit of a breakup there. All of these are still going out. If you hear this dinging in the background, that is radar updates letting us know that we do have severe thunderstorm warnings. As we see here in the McGee area down here around Raleigh, no warnings, but they are starting to show that we are getting storms that are pointing into this direction toward Raleigh. So if you're watching that direction, make sure you're aware that the rain is here. Now, Montrose, here in Jasper County, no rain there yet, but it is out to your west and just north of you, and you are under that thunderstorm warning as we look at this. Not a lot to tell about this yet. It's just slowly making its way across with rain. It will continue to pour down rain, and we're going to watch this as we look here. Rock Branch, you'll have this storm in 18 minutes. Little Rock, it will be there within 23 minutes, making it by 4:30. Right in this area here, just due east of Union. If you're going to be traveling 492 from Union back over to House, it's going to be heavy rain in there. So Watch that on as you move through these areas here, 492. Right along in there is where that's going to be coming down heavy. And again, all that's north of Decatur. As you look at Lauderdale County, not much there. Now, what is all of this yellow that you're seeing in the background? This right here, this is a tornado. Let's pull this up. That's a tornado watch until 8 p.m. tonight. And again, it's a watch. Now, the severe thunderstorm will go until 5:30. So we've got an hour and a half on this. And they are really putting these out a lot quicker today. Normally, it would wait till it got a little bit closer, but they're on the fast approach this afternoon of firing off these warnings. And again, it hasn't even made it to Kemper County, nor has it made it to Lauderdale, and has not made it yet to Jasper. They anticipate this in the next little bit, but it's an hour and a half remaining on this. We're going to watch these storms carefully, keep you up to date with the very latest that is happening with all of this as it goes to the afternoon. Let me check, see if the National Weather Service is sending any new messages dealing with this. Lincoln County, dime-size hail being reported near Newman Trail. That's on Old Highway 51. Again, the tornado watch continues is what I'm reading here. Tornado watch for Atala, Hines, Leake, and Madison has been canceled. So out to the west, they see the threat going away. And as soon as these storms move, I would assume that they will lift this as well for East Mississippi. It continues for Jasper, Newton, Neshoba. Severe thunderstorm warning still continuing there. They're not dropping that. We have had a few tree damage back over to the west in Hines County around the Jackson area. We'll go back and look at that on radar here, what it's done there. Always has the capability of doing here. We'll look at that before we close out here. We also had reports of golf ball size hail near Roxy, Mississippi. And that's in Franklin County, Mississippi. Now let's go back and pull up radar here and take a look. And again, it does look promising. This is starting to be not as bad as it was. We want to watch all of this down in here as this starts building. And again, this is what will roll through here as it moves across. All right. Let's look back what we've got here. All of these areas here, right around Carthage, as we look here, we've had thunderstorm wind damage, a tree down on Highway 16 West if you're going to be traveling from Carthage toward the Jackson area there. Right there is where that is. As we pull back on this, around Jackson, just north of Jackson, we had thunderstorm wind gust of about 55 miles an hour right there. Pretty strong there. And this is the same system, again, that's moved through there. As we look right here above Clinton, thunderstorm wind damage, tree down on McLean Road. Up in Goodman, Mississippi, we'll see that trees down. So this has brought down trees. So you could expect a little bit of a power outage from here and there with this. That is heavy, extreme rain. We have had a lot worse. I don't want to fool anybody and make you think that this is the worst storm that we've ever had, because it's not. But it is heavy rain. Let's look at what we've got with the winds here as we turn on our severe outlook here of damaging winds. And as we do that, you'll see here, ahead of the rain, the winds are entering Kemper County. They're also around Decatur now and coming up on Hickory. So if you live in those areas and you hadn't gotten your garbage cans up, make sure, especially here in Kemper County, if you're Hickory, these chances are that this wind's going to continue to go with these storms. As you'll see, that's pretty intense there all around Louisville. Heavy, heavy wind. Look at that. Now, let's look and just see if we've got any hail mixed in with this and these storms. Let's turn on the hail. And we got just a little bit popping up here in Winston County here north of 25, right there. That's the biggest that we've got showing on radar today. This in the immediate area. Highway 14 there coming into Louisville. It's been some hail in between there and 25. But as we look at Philadelphia, no hail showing up there. We got just a wee bit right here. If you go north of Decatur, pretty heavy rain there. We follow this up right here, just northwest of 15. Let's zoom in on this and get a little bit closer look. Here's Mount Zion Church. This is Stamper Pond Road, just north of there, and following Brewer McMullen Road is where that out in the pine tree area there that we've got some hail coming down. Not a lot. Can that move a little bit? It sure can. All right, let's back this out and take a look so everybody can see what we've got. Heavy showers in Decatur now. Matter of fact, raining right there at the police station. If you're anywhere there, the sheriff's department, pouring rain from there into Union. Drive careful in those areas. Starting to make its way toward Newton. It hadn't quite made it yet. And again, as you'll see here, Lauderdale County in these areas here don't have the rain yet, although it is a thunderstorm warning issued. They anticipate this moving directly across, and we will watch this as it develops and comes on across, slowly but surely making its way. Now, as we go back here, look here at Philadelphia, you'll see that it's lightening up here, Highway 16. Here's Pearl River Resort, and they've moved that line right up to the casino now. As a matter of fact, if you're right around the Hope Baptist community there, that's out of it. Starting there around the Neshoba County Fairgrounds and east to the county line toward Noxubee, still under this. Okay, let's see here. Terry Ray says she hears trucks, Highway 16 east, fire trucks and an ambulance headed east. Now, I have not gotten a report of anything that is a wreck or anything that's in those areas, so let me know if anybody runs up on something like that so we can pass that along. I'm getting, Brandon Fuller is telling us Forest is flooded. It's been a lot of rain through there. House is getting a lot of rain and wind right now, Josh Walton tells us. Wayne Wiggins watching. Thank you there. Let's see here. As we look here, let me go back up in Vicki Stewart. How are you? Linda Jane is watching from Scuba there. Big rain and wind in Philadelphia, Terry says. Dorothy, thank you from Causeyville for watching there. And again, that's how we keep up with our updates. And this is if you're in that Philadelphia area there. It is lighter on the west side. We're still getting heavy rain here, starting to get it at Tucker. Now, one of the things that we know, this is one of the most dangerous roads in our area here, Highway 19. If you're in Lauderdale County right now and you need to go to Philadelphia, or if you are in Philadelphia and need to come to Meridian, hold off, wait 20 to 30 minutes, and it's going to be a whole different ball game. But traveling this road here with this rain, it's not safe. I would wait it out, stay at a gas station, go to Walmart, go to Lowe's somewhere, and just waste 20 or 30 minutes. It's well worth your life on these two-lane roads that are dangerous. They can jerk the wheel from you. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. As we look at this, the intensity now picked up there in Decatur. Heavier rain coming down all around the college in those areas throughout the subdivisions there. Dollar General still heavy in Union. Are starting to show a little bit of break up there at Dixon there at the store. South of Dixon there, you'll see that it's getting better on Highway 21. Fast approaching House, Mississippi, the rain, light rain moving across the 4-lane there. It will be at House here pretty quickly. So if you're there, radar will update probably within about 30 seconds, and we'll start to see that. Now, again, this is not near what this storm was when all of these started firing off. We have a lot happening down here in McGee. And if you'll look at this down here, let me turn this off so you can see a little bit better of the line that we've got. And let's put this into motion so you can see this as it comes across. You see how that's doing. And it's just going to slam right into Kemper County and those areas here in the next little bit with this heavy rain. Once this moves out of the area, we'll be looking better. And I can see outside, still no rain here, cloudy where I'm sitting. That will change. We won't stay this way forever as we look at the big state, and that goes all the way up through Jonesboro, Arkansas. A few of those folks that watch us from Murfreesboro, Tennessee, we do have some showers in that area. We're focusing in on our severe weather here this afternoon. As we look at Starkville, also a severe thunderstorm warning. If you've got kids that go to Mississippi State, they are under a severe thunderstorm warning until 5:15, 1 hour remaining on that. And again, I stress this of just how far out they put these out today. It has a lot to do, and if you'll remember, there was a lot of, what's the best way to word this, finger pointing. After the tornadoes hit Rolling Fork, they were saying there was only a 20-minute window that people were warned. They're being extra careful in putting these out quicker. I'm sure, I don't know that for a fact, but if I were a guessing man, that would be one of the reasons that it's being fired off so early this afternoon, just to be on the safe side, to give everybody a little bit heads up on that. Now, again, we don't have any tornado warnings. I don't want anybody to misincorporate what I'm saying here. All right, let's see. All right, let's look back here. Let's see, Clark County, we're still looking at well over an hour before rain reaches there. We're just now getting into Newton here. You could see some light rain, but heavy rain is going to be a little bit. But this will make its way here. If you're looking back here in the McGee area, Taylorsville, all of that will float right on over here toward the equipment area, and it will get rain. But you've got plenty of time for that now. And again, these thunderstorms here, this is until 5:30 for Lauderdale County. And you'll see Newton County, that's breaking up. That's not as heavy. Heavier rain once you cross right there at Union on into Philadelphia and Kemper County. Starting now, Highway 16 there at Ford Store. If you're traveling from Scuba, DeKalb, any of these areas, got to go west, hold off. This will pass. This is also a very bad road. We have accidents all the time on Highway 16 that are they're bad. There's no other way to word that. And hard to see over those hills and byways, and we don't want anybody to be in an accident. So if you can hold off going, I would highly suggest that this afternoon. Highway 16 is another one of those roads that's dangerous as we get into the weather there. We haven't had any new thunderstorm warnings fire off in the last little bit. Let's see. Back in here, let's see here. Yes, I still have that hail, that pink. I had a question about that, Terry. And as we turn that off, you'll see that it takes away that hail. So we don't really have any hail that is fell other than right there. We'll watch that to make sure that there's no difference or changes in that. Let's see. Let me go here and take a look of any new information that we've gotten. Severe thunderstorm warning. Webster, Mississippi, they're getting hail. Choctaw, Winston, Mississippi, severe thunderstorm warning still. All right, they've canceled it there for Choctaw and Winston County. We see that. Jefferson Davis County, that's going to be south of the Meridian area, south of Newton, further down from us. They still have that into effect. All right, so nothing major difference there. Let's go back to radar here and take a look here. Let's update radar before I pull this back up, refresh everything. Turn that off where you can see that. All right, here we go, is what we've got going again. This is Highway 16. This area here, Noxapater. Do y'all see that? Right there, if you come up 15, if you're coming out of Union, Mississippi, where it sits here, and you get here, and if you're going to be traveling east on Highway 490 back toward Kemper County, that Highway 393 that runs into 490, that is some intense weather that we've got coming in those directions. Be careful. Still heavy rain around Louisville if you're traveling. Highway 14 toward Macon, Mississippi. Here's Macon here. This stretch in between there. Let's look at our locations of where we've got as you get right here. This is going to be a big one there at Crystal Road. Still heavy rain there. The rain is fast approaching Bethel Baptist Church as you're coming along in those areas. Still heavy rain at Lake Teocata. As we look at the Dollar General there, right there at Noxapater, we got a lot of rain there. But it's worse east and approaching right there at the Nanawaya pit stop. Now, as we get down in here, let's look at Kemper County and let's look at Neshoba County as we move southward here. Here sits Linville. This is going to be Preston, Mississippi. It hasn't started raining there yet. Light rain on the outskirts of town as we look back west here. Philadelphia, starting to see a break up here by the Coliseum. Highway 16 out by the casinos, a break. Everything is worse east of Philadelphia of what we've got right now. Terry saying it's light rain there. As we look here at Highway 16, right there where I mentioned a while ago, where Ford Store is in that new Dollar General there on Highway 16. Pretty rough there. As I had a text sent in here from Highway 19 and Meridian there, the clouds back toward Philadelphia there. A lot of clouds there. Let's come down. This is going to be, as we follow 16 in DeKalb, you'll notice there's nothing happening there. Out at Sipel Mills, right here, nothing happening. Kemper Lake, nothing happening there. It's just barely, it is just barely moving into the the Kemper County area as we follow these maps across here. All right, let's move down. Here is Newton County. This is the southern end here is what we've got. We got a lot of rain right here, as you'll see there at House. That's going to be our friends right there at Talbot Enterprises, all that area up to Tucker. Look at the rain there. When that 4-lane ends right here, it gets rough all the way into Philadelphia as that moves east of the city limits there. 19 is not a place to be right now, nor 15 anywhere around Union or Highway 492. Wait a little bit. Now, as you'll notice, this isn't the big storms that we've got that we had a minute ago that were in Newton County. Heavy rain at Turkey Creek. We've got more rain that's moving out of Conahatta, making its way there. Now, I-20, once you come out of Newton, you're going to encounter a pretty good bit of rain right here at Lawrence, and that'll take you all the way over to the Welcome Center to the Forest. North of I-20 there, picking up there at Lazy Boy, you probably won't be able to beat this here if you're sitting at Lazy Boy or here at Walmart. You wouldn't be able to beat that rain to Decatur before it crosses over the highway there. That's going to be coming before long. Back east into Meridian past the Red Goat there, if you stop off there to do anything from there to Meridian, it's clear. Rain is coming, though. Now, Meridian, again, Lauderdale County under this severe thunderstorm warning until 5:30 this afternoon. We've got Newton County until 4:45. So we've got roughly that's 15 and 10, 25 minutes remaining on this right here. We'll watch this. Will they cancel more? I don't know. They're being very, very cautious with everything they do tonight, this afternoon, rather. Now, let's look down here what we've got going on. This is building stuff here. These storms are getting worse than what we've had up here. This will move northeasterly this way. We don't have any warnings here for southern Jasper or Clark County at this point, but we want to watch these areas here around Prentiss, Mississippi, Taylorsville, as this moves in to southern Jasper. We got a lot of storms developing there this afternoon. This is going to make its way toward Simpson, these areas here, right into this corner here of Jasper County. Let's see. I want to make sure we're up to the very latest of what we get. Let's see here. Wind has picked up to about 25 miles an hour. We're seeing that. All right, let me see here if we can do this. Let me pull up another radar system that I've got. If I can locate this. And we're going to look at wind. If I can find it. I know I got it. Somewhere. May take me a minute to find it, but I know I got one. Let me put that other radar back up and let me, in the background, look for that. An extra one here. Let me see here. Let's put this back up where you can see this as I look for all this. There's no reason to cut you short while we're looking for something. It was hidden. All right, let's, all right. Here we go. All right, let's look at what we've got here with winds that are coming in this afternoon. And let's go over here and change this to wind gust of what we've got in the area. As we look at Meridian, we're looking at 18 miles an hour back over at Brandon, 20 in that area, Starkville, 17. So we're clocking right at that 20 along in there. Laurel, these areas here, nothing too serious this afternoon. The worst of that's where it's all meeting up here around Jackson, Yazoo. 45 mile an hour gust in this area right there is where the worst of it is right now. Now let's look at the actual wind speed of what it is. Meridian, we're clocking at 10. We follow this back over to Brandon at 12 and up at Yazoo. Sustained winds of 15 miles an hour this afternoon, and we show that up here in the Columbus area as well as we follow this. So it is gusty, very gusty outside. We want you to keep that in mind with whatever you're doing. And let's go back to this radar here to where we can look at the rain and where we're following all of this. Now, let's see. Let me turn this off where we can see a little bit better of what we've got. We are showing some of this breaking up. We still watch this. All right, let me do a hard reboot here. All right, this is definitely calming down a lot, a whole lot. We still have the severe thunderstorm warnings issued for us, but it's not near what it was back in here. Now, if you'll notice here, coming out of Taylorsville, making its way here, we're starting to show some hail popping up on radar in this area. Let's go back here and turn the severe on and look at our hail path, see if anything new is happening with that. We're showing hail in this area, and it's showing that it's going to move into southern Jasper is what that is showing us right now. Well on Highway 16 as we look at these areas here. If you're in Louisville, it is all east of Louisville now. Highway 16, Highway 14 rather, I messed that up, Highway 14, right there at the Knoxville County line. So if you're in Macon area, be ready within the next 30 minutes. It's going to be heavy rain where you are this afternoon and make its way toward you. All of this area here. Still here, we're showing where the hail fell here in Winston County. It was a good bit out in this area here, all the way up to Sturgis, Starkville. If you've got kids that are at Starkville right now, it hasn't made it to Mississippi State yet. Let me show you where the Coliseum is. As we turn this on, right there sits the Mississippi State Humphrey Coliseum. So we're still a few miles from making it to Starkville. But it is going to rain. It's going to be very heavy there in the next little bit, as you'll see that the intensity of this is all worse as you go northward here. That's what we're watching. Bruce, Mississippi, heavy rains there as we look at the Delta here. And it will, if you've got kids also at Oxford, rain is going to move through the Oxford there area at Ole Miss also. As we come back down and watch this stuff that's a little bit closer to home, Kosciuszko still raining hard all around Super Walmart there at Kosciuszko if you're in that area. Carthage, out to your west there, if you're at Walmart, you're kind of just getting some sprinkles now. Nothing bad, is it? Southeastern Kemper County will get some rain there in the next little bit. Let me see here what else was being asked here. Getting windy on Highway 19 north. And Lisa said that one day she didn't bring her umbrella. It'll get you. It'll catch you off guard. LaWanda, how are you this afternoon? Rachel joins us. Jimmy McHenry, welcome. Appreciate you watching there. Glenda Rives, glad to have you with us. And Donna there as well. Rachel Whitaker, how are you doing there? And Susan Hatcher's watching as well this afternoon. The main thing that we do on this every time there's bad weather is your safety. That is why we do this each and every time. All right. Let's look at our points here. If you're right here, we're going to start at the top and make our way back down through all this and walk through this. We've got people in every county that watch us. Let's go to Winston County. Let's go to Knoxville County right here. If you're right in this area here at the Winston Nanawaya pit stop, heavy, heavy rain all the way to the Knoxville County line. The storm that is sitting here at the Nanawaya pit stop is going to move northward toward Macon, Mississippi. It will be in Macon in 24 minutes. So this gives you an idea here as these storms here. If you live in Scuba, let's give it 30 minutes. This is going to be near you as well. Right there, headed toward the Macon Hospital area. Y'all be ready. If you've got your window down, you're working in the hospital, whatever you're doing, and you didn't roll it up, now's the time to do that. You get about 20 minutes before you'll have wet britches driving home. It's happened to everybody. There ain't a soul that hadn't left their window down in a rainstorm have to ride home in it. It does happen there. That's what we're looking at. Again, Highway 25, look at that rain there north of Louisville. Now no rain in downtown Louisville. It looks better. 14, once you get right here to Crystal Ridge, is pretty good. You will get into the rain starting right there at Bethel Baptist Church on Highway 14 all the way till you get in to Knoxville County. And as you're slowly going along, this is just going to creep and follow you to Macon. Now, we see that here's the wood yard here, Sugarlock Lumber, the Dollar General. No rain there yet. We'll give it 25 minutes. You'll have it. As we get into Kemper County now, we have heavy rain coming down in Preston. We have it there at the Methodist Church in Linville. Now, if you're going to be making your way, we're starting to see this all broke up now. Downtown Philadelphia, y'all are good. The rain has moved east of you. Is there some showers back here? Yeah, it's going to be some more rain, but not near as bad as what you've already been through. Now, we're starting to show here as we look at this a little bit of hail popping up in Kemper County. Right here is going to be the Cleveland Community Center where the swimming pool is. If you've ever driven down Highway 16, you've noticed that. Right past it before you get to it, if you're going to go up Highway 493, right there, up toward the airstrip, we got hail in there. Cow Creek, y'all be ready. Y'all going to get a little bit of this. As we go south of here and follow 495 and 493, the coal plant. Heavy rain coming up on all of that right now. Damascus there at the Volunteer Fire Department. A lot of rain there. And we're starting to show some lightning in Kemper County. This struck at 4:30 through... Yeah, that just struck right there. It just hit the. When you see these have actually contacted something on the ground. So it struck right there in Kemper County, just due east of 493. We got one here that struck at 425, right there at Highway 16 at 424. Now here's the split. Here's Kemper Lake. Here's 397. Isn't raining there yet, but boy, 493 north and south, either way you go, is pouring. 397 after you get to Linville, from there all the way to Preston, it's going to be pretty bad this afternoon of trying to make it through there. So be careful if you've got to travel those roads for any reason. Highway 39 right now, all clear, but this will be probably within 15 minutes. There'd be no way to make it from Daleville to DeKalb without getting wet, most likely. So it's coming. It just depends on if you're headed that way in this direction right now. Donna Ferguson, how are you watching us from Hickory this afternoon? Glad to see you. Tammy Ivy joins us from Meridian. Donna, Miss Downey, how are you? Janice Brackett watching us from Petal, Mississippi. Thank you. We appreciate that. And you can watch on YouTube as well, as brought it up. You can join us on there. It's sometimes a lot clearer picture on YouTube if you want to watch it there. Now, let's get into Lauderdale County. We are starting to see showers now. Battlefield is where the rain is. Now, as we look at Newton County, this is some good news for y'all. Let me turn on my little marker here where you can see. We still have the severe thunderstorm warning until 4:45. 10 minutes remaining on this. Decatur, it's still pouring rain on you, but it's the worst has already passed Decatur, so it's looking better. Now, if you stop this afternoon in Newton there at the Red Goat, any of those areas right there, it's coming on down. Pouring rain there all the way down to the Dollar General in this area here south of 20. This stretch here after you pass here, right past the Chunky exit, all the way in, it's going to be heavy rain to the other side of Newton. It's going to be hit and miss, but it will be there. Now let's look at Lauderdale County is what we've got. Light showers starting to come in on our friends out here at Freeman Tractor. Light showers at the four-way stop. It will pick up again right when you get to Battlefield. Right there is where at the Newton, Lauderdale, and also Neshoba County line is where that rain is. Light stuff starting to move in to the West Lauderdale area. Nothing to be concerned about. You'll get your fair share of some heavier rain here in a little bit. As we look at Jasper County, where before we didn't have any rain in there, we are showing in the northern portion of Jasper County from Montrose northward from Lewin all the way into Newton. You're going to be following some showers there on 15. Again, another one of those two-lane roads that's kind of dangerous there. Nothing going on in Clark County at the moment. Clarkdale, y'all don't have any rain either. As we watch this, as we go back down here, my eyes in this area, look at this. Now, this is something that we want to pay close attention to. Here's Monticello, Mississippi. Here's Prentice. They are starting to get wind there, 58-mile-an-hour gust as we look at this. Now, let's back out. Let's do another scan of how this storm is moving and what's coming. Let's turn this on so everybody can see. Just slowly making its way across. As we'll see these areas here around Collins and Ellisville, Mississippi, y'all be ready. You're going to get some storms with this. And again, Jasper County is going to get more, and eventually we'll get that rain on into Clark County. But no threat at this point as we watch it. That's the good news. Let's look at what's happening right now and make it live. Now, as you'll see here, they've cut these lines down. The severe thunderstorm warning now is east of Philadelphia toward Kemper County. Union barely still in this. The northwest corner of Neshoba County is out of it. Scott County, you are out. Also, all of this has been canceled now for Winston County. Y'all are out. But Macon, y'all are still under this severe thunderstorm warning. All right, let me just check, make sure I don't have any more messages of what's happening this afternoon. I'd like to stay on top of that. All right. West of DeKalb, as we get this update, Lauderdale County, let's show our locations and let's make it very clear where all of this is happening now as we got our latest update there. Hickory, some of the worst rain we've gotten also out on 494 in Lauderdale County. These areas here getting a lot of rain now at the Piggly Wiggly, making its way right up on West Lauderdale High School. If you'll see this is the high school here. This is going to be Chet's Paint and Body in the curve there across the reservoir, and this is the elementary. Now, up by Jimmy Smith Road, as you go north past there, you're going to get into rain into Kemper County. If you've got to go from Meridian to Newton, wait a little bit. Be careful there. I'd hold off on any travel from I-20 to Meridian to Newton for 30 minutes. Give it 30 minutes and you'll be okay. That's some intense rain there. If y'all are anywhere in this area here, out from the Veteran Cemetery, let's look at this. Right here where the Veteran Cemetery is, back to Meridian. This right here is going to be Meehan, where the volunteer fire department is. It isn't raining there yet, but it's coming. And it's going to make its way right on into Meridian. Now, Chambersville, these areas there, y'all should be getting some rain as well about right now. Heavy stuff there. Zero is going to get some rain. It's not there yet. We'll keep a close eye on this. Joyce, how are you doing? Downtown Marion, Mississippi. So good to see your face. Glad you're with us here. Paul Smith watching us in the Collinsville area as well. Cleveland, how are you? And I do appreciate you saying that I'm appreciated. There's too many appreciations that I said, but thank y'all so much. We enjoy y'all watching us each time we do this weather. Now, let's do our update here and see what we've got. And we're just going to stay with this as this is kind of winding down. We see Newton County now, as that last update, is down to just a tornado watch. So we give the all clear for Newton County. But again, what I don't give you all the clear on is I-20. That's bad weather right there, whether it's a warning or not. You easily wreck with this. I haven't been able to keep up with this. I hadn't gotten any text. If you know of any, please send those in. We'll pass along where to be careful on roads. Now, in the background, I don't know if you can hear it here at my studios in northern Lauderdale County, I can start to hear the thunder rolling. I can see the trees bending outside. It's serious wind outside my studio windows. I see them flopping back and forth now. And this is going to be in this northern portion of Lauderdale County up in here as we watch this. Now, all the lawnmowers are getting wet out here wet at Freeman Tractor this afternoon as we watch this. Now, let me be on the safe side here and go back and check the National Weather Service of what the latest I've gotten from them. Let's see here. Choctaw County, Mississippi, thunderstorm wind damage. Tree down near Holly Bush and Highway 43. That's what we've got. Weather Prediction Center. Let's see here. Jasper, Neshoba, and Newton, all of that did expire. We see that. And they may cut the rest of these out, but they have not yet. Let's go back here to radar so you can see this again. Here we are. And then this is a zoomed up look at what we're looking at. But with the heavy rain, we want to make sure that we've got everything. And we're going to ride this and see what they do here in the next few moments. Again, Newton is on the clear. What we've got still remaining in severe thunderstorm warnings, let's turn this where you can see this. We're going to show that. Let me turn off radar where you can see this. Let's turn off radar for just a second. This goal mark here, we're going to go from Neshoba, from Noxubee, Kemper, and Lauderdale. That's what we've got remaining in these severe thunderstorm warnings here. And then up here around Starkville, Columbus area. But this eastern half is what we've got. And then back over here around Columbia. Will these turn into more? We'll watch those. Now let's turn back on radar where you can see this of how it is. Again, we've had a lot worse storms before. If you're traveling 45 right now, Either direction here is still clear. Scuba is clear, but the rain is out to your west, making its way toward the cab, and this will follow 16 all the way over. We've got a lot of rain moving in here. Hadn't started raining yet out at the lake there in Jasper County, but y'all be ready. It's going to be coming on in to Lake Edens before long. Out to the west of you, if you'll see all this lightning. Right there sits the Paulding. It's just west of Paulding, and will make its way towards you. Now, as we look at this up near Tyson's Church Road there in Collinsville, just east of Highway 19, all of that area there, that back road there out to West Lauderdale, look at that rain that we've got there. Right here at Rock Hill Church, pouring down rain. Again, this still stretches heavy rain back here, Lazy Acres, and these points still heavy showers. We're starting to show a little bit of a shower. It's not much to the west of Clarkdale, making its way across the county. As we come down a little bit there north of, right there at the county line, but nothing to worry about. One small shower just east of Shibuda. Let's go down here. This around Taylorsville is some intense rain as we look at this. No warnings there. It is a watch until 8 p.m. tonight for all of these counties. Stringer, you got a little storm that's going to be making its way toward you as well. Puckett, Mississippi, Polkville, look at that rain that y'all got. These areas down in here. Here's USM, here's Jones Junior College, right there. So it's not as bad as it could be. Let's don't overthink these things. But the worst things that can happen with thunderstorms as they come through with the wind and the rain is lose control of vehicles and limbs and trees. Now I want to do this also. Let me hit a button here. I want to check and see what we're doing with our power, making sure that we hadn't lost any power. I don't think we have, but I'd rather look at it and be for sure than anything. Let's go to EMEPA. We do have a few people. I want to show this. As we pull this up from EMEPA, we got about roughly 22 people south of town, 3 people without power at Louisville. Y'all see that? And we go right here. So it's a total of 25. Here sits Meridian. This is going to be south of there. This is down 59. Right there, Meehan Savoy Road, I believe is where that's going to be. Yeah, right in that area there. This is going to be on the west side of Highway 59, I-59 rather. I said that a little backwards, didn't I? Here sits Chunky. It's to the southeast of there. Here's Meehan due south. Right there, Meehan Savoy Road. Highway 11 sits here. And again, if you look at the counties, let me see if they do that breakdown here, if it's on here. That hadn't updated right in the last few weeks. I need to ask them about that. But as you look at that coverage map, that's all we've got right now without power. Most likely a downed tree that caused that in that area. No other way to word that. All right, let's pull back in here on radar. We updated this. Let me do a refresh that's a little longer than I wanted it to take. Let's get rid of that where you can see. All right, our new radar update there is still showing basically the same thing. Now, again, this is, they're extending this for Lauderdale County until 5:30. So that would be 30, 45 minutes remaining on that. This could change in the next little bit. All right, Bruce Aiken tells us we're getting hail on A.C. Brown Road. Let's turn this... It's light. It's not picking it up on radar there. Is the reason I hadn't got it there. As we go here, severe, making sure I've got it on, and I do have it on. It's light. It's not picking up real heavy, but you said we got some. Vicky tells us very dark and getting windy in the 0 area. Dark sky around Aldersgate. A lot of wind there also. Thank you, Sylvia. Stacy, how are you doing there? Glad you joined us. Ramping up wind there in the Enterprise area. Gusty in Portable, Mississippi. The Clarkdale community skies are getting dark there. Wind picking up in Enterprise. Yvonne, how are you this afternoon? Good to see you back. Roy Ellis, glad you're with us as well. Downtown DeKalb, Larry joins us. Patricia is with us as well also. All right, let's go back here. Dark at East Mississippi State Hospital. Y'all be careful there. All right. We've got heavier showers. Now, we just got this line moved. Let's look at what we've got here in Kemper County, and then we're going to move back down. It's moved east in in Noxubee and also Kemper County. Right here's the line. Anything west on 495 is clear. Anything right here, right around the Cleveland community, all clear. This is going to pick up as we look at this. Here's Damascus. Anything east of there still into it to the county line. To the Alabama line is still under this. Bennsville, you're still under this. Wahalak as well. Scuba, not raining. And look at this. This is really getting better. That's heavy rain, but it's not pouring like it has been in the past. Now, we've had a couple lightning strikes. If you'll look at this just north of West Lauderdale, 443, we had some lightning strikes at probably 438, 10 minutes ago on that one, that struck to the ground in those areas there. Northern Lauderdale County, as we'll see this, got some rain there at Chet's. But by the time you get to West Lauderdale Elementary, there from West Lauderdale Elementary past Jimmy Smith Road into Kemper County, heavy rain and more heavier. Is that even a word? More heavier? We're going to say it's heavier from 495. 493 as you go into Kemper County toward that coal plant. Highway 39 is not bad yet as you get here to NAS Meridian, light rain into the naval base. But as you're traveling north, this is going to come across and get you. This is where the Samdale Monument is. This is going to be Blackwater Baptist Church right in that area. And right past that curve, past you get past the substation is where the heavy rain's going to pick up on all the way up Highway 39 to DeKalb there. We don't have any rain yet at the Cowboy Church. It's coming as it makes its way toward Kemper County. This is right on the outskirts there where the landfill is in Kemper County. As we get back down into Lauderdale County, let's look at this. Now, if you live anywhere out here near Plant Sweat, Valley Road, we've got a little shower there on there that's coming down pretty heavy this afternoon. Out to our west, we see that Chunky still getting a lot of this rain. If you're watching that, very careful there. Heavy rain, wind on Highway 19 toward Collinsville. We're getting real windy also by the Rustler, I believe is what Danny was talking about there. We're getting a little break as you get to where Freeman Tractor is from there on the rest of 494 all the way over here to Duffy Volunteer Fire Department. A little break on that now. We're starting to show Hickory getting a break. It's another shower coming through there in a few moments. South of Plant Sweat, it's going to be pretty rough there for a little while. As we look at Clark County, it's very light there at the Dollar General over by Enterprise High School. Not really. You may be getting a teeny sprinkle on your windshield there at the Pig in downtown Stonewall. Nothing serious, though. We look out here still north of the northern portion of Lake Edens. A little bit of a shower, though, but it's heavier west of you and north of you. All of this Taylorsville rain most likely will come up back in here to Jasper County with this. We're going to try to ride this out and see what the National Weather Service does on these thunderstorm warnings that they've got, again, for Lauderdale County until 5:30. So that gives us 39 minutes remaining on this. Raining in Old North Hills area, Mary says. Ooh, be careful there. All right, we give, look how much better this looks here at Decatur, northward up 15. Doesn't mean these roads aren't slick, but it's not coming down like it was at all. Carthage still getting some heavy rain. And back west of Jackson in those areas, a lot better also. Now, our Alabama friends, everything's still good for y'all, but this is coming to you as well. Columbus, Starkville still getting some of the worst of rain that we've got in Taylorsville, are those two areas that we watch. And I keep seeing this down here. Right in this area here, we keep having some wind shear pickup in this area. It's back and forth, running somewhere around 50 miles an hour. Let's just see what that says. 58-mile-an-hour shear winds in that area. And as you all know, if you've watched my weather and how we report this stuff, whenever we have them, it's normally a tree or two that's going to get damaged. So we'll watch this. It's back and forth. It wants to jump up and it comes back down. But always remember that it's not tornadic activity, but it is heavy wind, and it can lay trees down. So if you ever see that on the radar systems anywhere in the counties that you live, take it serious. Take a little extra precaution when we do that. It's usually something more than just a rain shower. All right. Taylorsville, lots of rain there. We show that we've had a bunch of heavy stuff back in here as we look at that. Golf ball size hail back down here. That's in Franklin County, Mississippi, right there. Here's Jackson. We got some showers south of there. Let's move on over here. Let's see what my phone is telling me with the radar. It's lightning near USM. It's in 20 miles of there, and also we've got lightning within 6 miles of Jones Junior College, if you're watching from there. Lightning within 10 miles of East Mississippi Community College in Scuba. So we've got some lightning that is right outside, and that's it picking up right there. Let's go up here and take a look and turn our locations back on. So that's falling within that area of Scuba, and the radar is letting us know that lightning is coming there. DeKalb, it's on the east side of DeKalb where East Side Grocery used to be. I'm not sure what the name of it is now, but that's what it used to be. We got some rain there as you come down the hill and make your way past the wood yard. Now, as you go right on past here, as we get past Blackwater Baptist and on up through here, we got some lightning before you reach DeKalb. Still Highway 45, pretty clear. It's going to be there at Sugarlock at 45 before long, but anywhere from Wahalak down right now, not raining yet. Eddie Al, y'all be ready. Y'all going to get a little bit of rain. And also, Linda Jane, you be ready for that as it makes its way there toward that Bama line over here in the Giles area. That area is going to get some rain here in a few moments. Now, let's go back down into Lauderdale County and dive into this. If you're traveling Highway 19, the rain intensity has picked up. If you're out visiting the folks at the Rock House, you're there at the back porch, or maybe you're over at Owl's, look at this rain here. And this goes up. Here's Walmart here. By the time that's roughly about, maybe a mile and a half right here. Let's zoom in on this and take a look here what we've got. Right here is going to be Chandler Road. So after you get about a mile down Chandler Road, and this is the road that runs back into to North Hill Street, and for the life, Bounds Road. I couldn't think of it to save my soul. But by the time you get out here to the country store, look at this, all on State Boulevard Extension. Look at the rain. There sits Owl right there. This, you've got to be extremely careful. One of the biggest wreck places we have in the area is right there at that intersection where you cut across Highway 19 to State Boulevard Extension by Owls. Be careful. And this is going to go right on up past. Here sits the firehouse, Sicalina Volunteer Fire Department, there at 494. And this is going to go up right here, that heavy rain, where it comes out. Let's look at it. Here's Allen Swamp Road. Hookston, that little shortcut road over to Allen Swamp, and then Browns over here is where that is where it comes out on Highway 19. That's the heaviest of rain that we've got here. Now, as we follow this out, Pine Springs, look at this. If you're on Pine Springs, and we all know how Pine Springs is a narrow little winding road, be careful in those areas, please. We don't want you to get hurt on any of those roads. Have to call the sheriff's department to come out and make a report, do we? That's what we've got. Light showers now coming down on North Hill Street as we look at this, making its way around Northcrest. This is going to be last chance tobacco here at Highway 493. That rain making its way across. Still, this is the heaviest of what we've got. South of the airport, coming up on the airport now, if you're out at Structural Steel, pouring rain in that area there. Here's MCC right here. This is the airport, and that south end of the runway is where most of that rain is coming through in this industrial park where we've got Structural Steel, UPS, and all of this, and this area here, pouring rain. Now, light rain coming up on the Evangel Temple up on the big hill there by the TV stations. We've got rain approaching it. Some light showers there at Walmart, and even over at Sam's we've got a little bit. Heavier rain out by the Coliseum, as I call it the Coliseum, the Ag Center. Still no rain out in the southeast area at this point. We're looking good there. We got these two areas that we're watching here. This western side of Lauderdale County, a lot of rain. Still, Clark County looks good. Light rain there at Mathis Peaches and Clarkdale. Nothing serious. As we come down and follow this, We got storms, as you'll see here. Pachuta, y'all be ready. These are coming out of Jasper County, and will make your way there. It's going to be at Valsburg within 25 minutes. It's still 30 to 40 minutes, but we do see storms developing back down in here that could make their way. Now, we have no warnings here, none whatsoever for Clark County. We have nothing going on in Jasper County as far as warning. It's just heavy rain, but it has some thunderstorm activity with points on that. Now, let's look at this right here. This is going to be Jones County. We got some wind picking up at about 58 miles an hour if you're watching us south. Here's Soso, Mississippi right here. This is going to be Highway 84. This is going to be Highway 29 right there due west of 29. This is where that sheer wind is coming in. Veterans Memorial Highway there, Highway 84, where it crosses at 29, right there. Right over in this area here is Jones Junior College as we look at all of this. All of that is moving to the northeast, if you'll look how that's moving. So what's happening there, let's back this out where you can see this. As you'll see here, see how this is moving to the northeast in that direction. We now have roughly 32 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning for Lauderdale County as we look at the county as a whole. Again, they may cancel this, but they have been extremely above and beyond cautious with watches and warnings. They've been firing them off today to make absolutely sure everybody is aware of the weather could turn bad. I would say they're on the sensitive side today, is the way I put this. As we still see that Kemper County still under the severe thunderstorm warning. Just west of Scuba, we got rain approaching. It is there where the old roadside park used to be, where the landfill is. Jimmy, you're probably getting wet there at the landfill as y'all trying to run those dozers this afternoon. Might want to hold off a little while. Wait that out there. Down Highway 39 as you come down that. We got showers there as well, right past John C. Stennis' house. As we make our way into Lauderdale County, out by the fish farms, we got some showers and rain coming down. Nothing horrible. Again, our worst is going to be right here on Highway 19. Ross and the gang there at the Rock House getting wet for sure. Now, let's see here. We're almost got this rain. We're at 4:58. Let's update this. Let me give you the very latest of what we've got. As we get our update, we are getting rain there in Marion. As it moving pretty quickly across there. Let's look at this here. There at Lamar. Hadn't quite made it over here to Russell Christian Academy and Rainbow Lakes, but we do have it there at the soccer complex now. If you were going for a walk, you're going to get wet. I don't suggest it because it is a lot of lightning. I would hold off on all of that. These areas here, as we look right there, all the way up here to the lake, Oak Tibby, a lot of rain there, and it comes down 495, 493, right into North Hills, all along North Hill Street, pouring rain. We even see this out at the Coca-Cola plant. If you're sitting there, going to go up Highway 39 past EMEPA. This is a very dangerous intersection that we've got right here. North Hill Street, Highway 39, right there at Hardee's. Y'all pay attention. It's raining hard, and we don't want anything to happen there. Alan tells us it's getting dark in the Tumsuba area, and that's all of this right here west of you, this over this area here in northern Meridian, North Meridian getting wet there. The northeast area, as you asked that, here sits Northeast High School, right here at the soccer complex. So, yes, it is going to rain there. It just hadn't made it there yet. You're in between two rainstorms. Here's the base. That's right out here. Covington Fish Farm, in between those two areas there. Raining hard at Marion now. If you're in that area around the post office, you're most likely getting wet now all the way back across there. Now, we got rain moving in now to the Evangel Temple out by Greg's Fireworks. It's fast approaching there. We got rain there, but heavier rain still across this airport area. And from the prison at Lost Gap, that's where it's going to kind of break now. Just east of the prison where it picks up heavy, west of the prison, not as bad. A few showers out here at the Meehan Volunteer Fire Department making its way across there. Now, our friends that are out at the Long Creek Ball Field area, the Boy Scouts area, this is going to get wet here before long. Coming on across here. It's not raining there yet. Here's the Boy Scouts. Here's the Girl Scouts, and this is going to be Lakeview. Lakeview Golf Course, sits right there. All that Crescent Lake area is going to get showers here in the next few moments. Now, as we move down to the southern portion of Lauderdale County, we see the Dunn's Falls now getting some pretty heavy rain. I-59 in those areas. Still light rain at Clarkdale. Y'all have fared very well this afternoon with all of this. Now, what do we see here? Let me, as we look at this update, and let me turn this on. We may have already had this canceled. Yeah, they have canceled all warnings. So that is good. Is it the intensity? They cut that off roughly about 28 minutes there. So our immediate area now is all out of the warned area. We are going to watch this. I'll follow all of this in the background. Should this get any worse, we'll come back on here in just a little bit and let you know if they fire off anything. But so that you're aware here, west of Heidelberg, these areas here that are going to make its way into Clark County. Y'all see this, how these storms are moving? That's going to come through the Stonewall Enterprise area here in the next little bit. So just be ready for that. Now, southern Lauderdale County, this area right there, that's a lot of heavy rain. But again, we have had the cancellations, so that is good that all warnings in the immediate area are gone. Let's back out here. Let's turn this off so we can see. We're showing some hail there. Let me turn radar off so we can see here of where there might be any warnings in the state. Let's look at the entire state here. We got it up here by West Point, these areas. Starkville, east of Starkville, Columbus Air Force Base has a severe thunderstorm warning. We have no tornado warnings in the state. That is good. The worst thing that we're showing here in Clark County, picking up some hail, and that's going to be moving through Rock Springs, Shiloh, Manassas area within 5 to 10 minutes. So if you've got a car parked outside in that area, go ahead and put that up now under a carport, put something over it so you won't get it dinged. We certainly don't like that. Let's see here. Let's turn the radar back on, give you one last glance, and we'll be back with this should it worsen any at all. Safety is the utmost importance. Light showers there in Scuba. Our warnings are gone, so it's a good day whenever we can tell you that the warnings have expired. I do appreciate you staying with me this afternoon and watching the weather with us. And again, should any of this come back for any reason, we'll go live and walk you through it step by step to let you know where it is in relation to where you are. We'll be back starting tomorrow morning at 6:30 with your weather and local headlines. And then the morning show kicks underway at 7 a.m. Won't you join us right here, Facebook, YouTube? And again, always have a backup way to watch us. Whether it's you watch us on YouTube, make sure you follow us on Facebook. And if you follow us on Facebook, also jump over and follow us on YouTube. Occasionally, each one of those has their own issues in a day's time. And we want to make sure that you can follow us any way that you can, so that way it gives you an alternative way. And then in the mornings, we're on television as well on Fox 30. Make sure to join us that way. When the weather is extremely bad, we always break in as well. That's going to do it for us this afternoon. Thank y'all so much, and God bless you. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning if the weather doesn't turn worse. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: